Guys, I wanted to make a video today just to talk about things you can do when you feel like your business is stuck. Because I know that's something I've experienced, that's something that most distributors experience at some point during their business. So let's talk about it. Okay, so first and foremost, I think one of the most important things you need to do is recognize areas where you've kind of stalled, like areas where you've been doing the same, like recognizing the things that you've been doing that aren't generating results, basically. So if you notice that you've been spending a lot of time doing Instagram and aren't getting any customers from Instagram, maybe look at what you think is causing that, or consider a different route. For a long time in my business, I was going the Instagram route. I saw all these people who were making all of these loyal customer sales just off of Instagram. And I'm like, well, I love Instagram. I love spending hours on there. So that would be really great if I could just make money that way and I wouldn't have to do anything else. But the problem is that really wasn't working for me. I mean, I got a few sales off of Instagram and I definitely grew my followers. I went from about 400 and something followers to I'm almost at 1100 now. So, I mean, it's not like it's completely a dead end, but it's the rate at which it's moving is not going to move me to where I want to be. So I realized I needed to try something different. And often the things that we need to try are the things that we're avoiding. You don't want to hear me say that, do you? You know you don't want to pick up the phone. You know that's what you need to do. You know you don't want to book wrap parties. You know that's probably what you need to do. You can be successful in this business. So many people have done it. Like, so many people. You probably know so many people that are super successful in this business. So it is doable. But those people that are successful have found the things that work for them. So for me, I noticed that I got a lot of customers through Facebook, like Facebook messaging and stuff. So in the last little bit, I really amped that up. So I just was sending more messages, and not only that, but I started utilizing the voice clip option with Facebook, with the messenger system. So instead of just sending a message, I would send a voice clip. That way people get to hear my excitement, they get to hear my voice, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like they're able to relate to it better when they actually hear me talking as opposed to just reading a message. And also it's kind of like, it's kind of a novelty right now, that whole message thing, so people are going to want to check it as opposed to a message. Those are easy to ignore. So I've had success with that. But I think the most important thing is just getting out there, making those phone calls, asking people, talking to people face to face, getting those wrap parties booked, getting those wrap appointments booked. That has been huge. Again, when people get to hear your voice, see your face, experience you, and not just words on a screen, they can sense how exciting this business is, how amazing these products are, and they're more likely to want to join. Another thing that I've done more of lately is I've learned how to handle objections better. I've been watching some videos by Sarah Niermeyer. She's a distributor from the States. I think she's under Jade Hooper. And she has a lot of videos where she touches on people's excuses. So a lot of times the first excuse is, oh, I don't have money. That's just the easiest thing to say. When people don't know about this business and stuff, that's the default, right? Because generally people are just going to take that and be like, oh, okay, that's cool, I understand. And I mean, that's when you kind of got to be a little careful with. Like, I would never say, if somebody's like, yeah, like money's really tight, like we just had this unexpected expense come up, blah, 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 Like, obviously don't be like, well, you should still buy our products anyway because I want you to. You know, like, it's not about you. It's about helping people. And if people really aren't in a position to be buying the products right now, then they can't buy the products. It's as simple as that. But one thing that I have started saying is, okay, that's cool if you don't have the money, but actually, if you don't have the money, I have a really great idea. I've actually been able to make pretty good money with this business. Have you ever given it a thought? And that just kind of opens that door and opens that conversation. Even if they don't really think it's right for them, you've planted that little bug in their ear. And maybe next time they get that overdue bill, or they can't buy that gift for their kid or whatever, they'll think, oh yeah, Rebecca mentioned that business. I wonder if it's actually possible to make money with that. And that's when you follow up. Like, that's why follow up is so important. And when people have said, like, another objection you get a lot, especially when you sorry, I'm really tired. When you bring up the business to them, a lot of people will say, oh, I'm so busy. And in the past, like, I was always that person that would be like, okay, cool, let me know. Let me know if anything changes. And I don't remember who it was who said this, but the phrase, let me know, that is a sales suicide. That is, nothing's going to happen with that. They're not going to let you know. Like, maybe 0.01% of the time, they'll be like, hey, remember when you asked me about this? I'm ready now. But for the most part, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to come from the phrase, let me know. So if somebody says, oh, you know, I'm just really busy, you kind of want to figure out if they're actually busy or if they're just not interested. If somebody's just not interested, they'll pick up any excuse in the world just to get you off their back because it's just not something for them. And if that's the case, you know what? Like, it's kind of, in my opinion anyway, it's kind of hard to get somebody who's just not interested at all to buy your products or join your business. They need to either have a needs, like some sort of need. They need to either want to get healthy or want to lose weight or like need one of our products, or they need more time with their family, or they need money or something. If they don't have any of those, like say they have a really rich husband and they can stay home and take care of their kids and they have tons of money and they're super healthy, maybe we don't really have anything to offer them, although everybody can take the reins. But yeah, where was I going? I'm so tired. But yeah, like if somebody says, yeah, I'm too busy, I often say, well, that's actually really great because I find that the busiest people actually do the best with this. And I totally get the busy thing. Like, when I started this business, I was working 2 jobs and had all these community involvements and all this kind of stuff. But because of this business, I was actually able to quit those jobs, find a part-time job I really like, and I have freedom of time now. So it's a huge blessing. You want to relate to them. You don't want to tell them they're wrong. You don't want to be like, well, actually, you do have time for this business. If you wanted to make time, you could have time. No, don't do that. That's just human psychology. They're not going to want to be a part of what you're involved with if you talk to them like that. But if you relate to them and be like, yeah, I know exactly how you feel, but I've really found that since joining It Works, it has solved this problem, you know? That's a really good way to handle objections. And I've been surprised. I felt really uncomfortable about the whole handling objections thing at first. And then I started seeing results from it. And people weren't telling me to F off. I got the sense from a lot of people that they were actually kind of relieved that I pushed a little bit. because I feel like so many people are really interested in this business and they're just terrified. They don't know what the heck we do. All they know is they see us making money and having fun, and they want those things, but they think that we're a scam, or they think that what we do is difficult, or they think they have to be a salesperson. They're just really afraid. Like, to be perfectly honest, everybody wants what It Works offers. Plain and simple. There are few people on this planet who don't want more spare time, or they don't want more financial security, or they don't want to make new friends. Like, those are pretty basic needs that people have. But what most people don't know is that it actually is possible with this business, and the average person can do it. So yeah, I've had a lot of success just kind of pushing a little bit, and it feels really uncomfortable at first if you're like me and you hate confrontation and you just don't want to rock the boat, but it's really made a difference. So that's just one of my recommendations if you feel stuck. Another thing, I mean, this is addressed all the time and we still see it. Don't have your newsfeed or your Facebook wall or your Instagram wall, don't have it just be a bunch of ads. Don't use those same recycled ads from Pinterest and Google. Just don't do it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see that stuff. Do you know what people want to see? They want to see your adventure. They want to see you out having fun. They want to see you changing your life. They want to see positivity. They want to see you get healthy. They want to hear your experience with the products. They want to hear your testimonies. They want to hear about our teams exploding and all these promotions. They don't want to see another recycled ad. Like, when we turn the TV on, who is sitting there watching their favorite show and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till the commercials. I'm so excited. I just love commercials so much. Right? Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants another ad. That's the last thing we need. But people watch reality TV. People seem to really like that. People like to see what's going on in people's lives, even if they don't even know them that well. So take pictures with products. If you don't have any products, if you're just starting out and you don't have the money to buy products right now, ask your upline if they have any empty containers. Get the container, say if it's an energy or something. Look into what the product does and take a picture with you holding it or drinking it or whatever, and write about how, oh my gosh, I'm usually not an energy drink person, but this one is amazing. It doesn't make me feel jittery. It's just, I love that it gives me the energy to play with my kids, like just stuff like that. Yeah, just don't do the ads. Like, I feel like all of the top leaders in It Works who make videos and do trainings have said this time and time again, and people still do it. So if you know this, if you know not to use those ads, can you pass it on to your other friends? Let's change the way that It Works does social media. Yeah, I think that might be it for now. Those are just some things that were kind of rolling around in my head. Yeah, and I think it's important to link arms with people that you can relate to. It doesn't even have to be your downline or your upline. It could be a sideline. It could be a distributor who's like on a completely different team in another country. Like, I've met some really cool girls from the States. Yeah, and just like having the chance to talk with them and just kind of bounce ideas off each other, motivate each other, inspire each other. That's what this is all about, right? So I feel like when you experience that, it just makes your passion for this business that much greater. And always plug into corporate calls, plug into events if you can, get to events if you can. I'm going to an event in Michigan this weekend that's like 5 or 6 hours away, in another country, with our dollar being crap. But I'm going. And I'm going because I know that every single time I go to these events, I just get so filled up with the energy. I'm reminded of why we do this. I'm reminded of all the amazing people in this business that I have to look up to. I learn new things. It's just, it's so important for your business. So if you can get to those, go. If you can't, we have calls every Sunday and Monday night. And yeah, there are also so many videos on YouTube. Yeah, I guess that's it. If you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/rapwithbeck. That's WRAPWITHBECK. And yeah, I'd be happy to help you out if you feel you're struggling in your business or anything. All right, thanks for watching.